You will survive the night that ends 1.123 years of Roman power. On the morning after, sitting in rubble, a child beside you, a sword in your hand you don't remember keeping, you will try to understand how the city fell. The wall held, the chain held, the men held. You don't know yet that none of that was ever the point. Level 1. The iron weight of it. You are 35 years old. Constantinople, April 12, 1453. The chain smells of salt and rust and the hemp rope that burned your palms for 3 days straight. You helped stretch it. 300 men. Log floats at the surface. Anchor points 6 feet underwater at both ends. 1,200 feet of iron rings across the mouth of the Golden Horn. Your hands still remember the weight of it. From the Blachernay Wall the Ottoman fleet sits offshore like a held breath. More than 100 galleys. Behind them, the camp. It stretches south until the fires blur into a single glow. The way a city looks from very far away. The Venetian captain counted 80,000. Your emperor heard it, paused. Once, said quietly, "We are 8,000. Not an apology. A fact he had decided to live inside. The chain holds. The fleet stays out. You sleep 2 hours on cold stone. 3 miles north of you, 70 Ottoman ships are being placed on wooden rollers. Level 2. What bronze sounds like from the inside. April 12, before dawn. It arrives in your back teeth before you hear it. Pressure. First, in your sternum. In your jaw. In the soles of your boots. Then the wall 40 feet to your left opens. Not crumbles. Opens. A ball weighing 1.200 pounds has passed through 6 feet of limestone the way a fist goes through wet paper. The dust tastes of chalk and something burned. You spend the day filling the gap with rubble and earth and wine barrels packed tight. By evening the patch holds. The cannon fires at midnight. The patch holds. At dawn it fires again. The patch does not hold. You start over. This will happen 1.268 times before it is over. The wall will be repaired 1.268 times. It will not fall to cannon fire. Not once. Not the wall. Level 3. The impossible morning. April 22, 1453. You watch 70 ships sail across a mountain. Not a metaphor. 70 Ottoman galleys. Each 160 feet long. Placed on greased timber rollers. Hauled by oxen and 1,000 men. Up and over the hill of Galata. Down the other side. Launched into the Golden Horn harbor on the inside of your chain. Your chain is still there. Still anchored. Still intact. The fleet cannot enter through the harbor mouth. It no longer needs to land on 3 sides. The sea now behind you and it is theirs. The harbor. Theirs. You are not defending a gate. You are at the bottom of a bowl. And the bowl is full. The Genoese soldier beside you, a man you have stood next to for weeks, looks at the ships in the harbor. He does not cross himself. He does not speak. He just looks. You have been in enough bad situations to know what that silence means. You stay on the wall anyway. There is nowhere else to go. Level 4. The arithmetic you live inside. May 1453. Every day. 8,000 men. 14 miles of wall. That is 1 defender per 9 feet of rampart. 1 man per the length of a large dining table. That is what stands between the city and what is outside it. You hold a quarter mile of the Blachernay section. You know every stone in your stretch by the feel of your boot sole. You know which patch from last week hasn't fully cured. You know the spot where the wall runs thin, built fast 3 centuries ago. Never repaired right. That you have been praying the cannon doesn't find. It hasn't found it yet. What keeps you on this wall for 53 days is not courage. You are past courage by day 7. Courage requires not knowing what is coming. You know what is coming. What keeps you here is simpler. The wall is the only direction left. The city is behind you. 80,000 are in front of you. You are not brave. You are a man who has run out of other options and is still standing. This turns out to be enough. For 53 days, it is enough. Level 5. The man who makes it possible. May 1453. His name is Giovanni Giustiniani Longo. He came with 700 soldiers, his own money, and a single ship, because he decided this city was worth it. You have never stood next to anyone like him. He knows every breach before the cannon widens it. When a section breaks and runs, he walks toward it, not running, not shouting, and it stops. He took a bolt through his left forearm on day 19. He gave orders for 3 hours before letting anyone look at it. You trust him more than the wall, more than God, if you are being honest. And tonight you will not be honest about that. On the last night he will be wounded again. He will make a decision with that wound. You will watch him make it. You will spend the rest of your life deciding whether you understand why. But right now it is still May. He is still here. The wall holds because he is here. Level 6. The last night in God's house. May 28, 1453, evening. Hagia Sophia holds every living person left in this city. Soldiers, Venetian sailors, the Greek merchants and their wives, the women who brought water buckets to the wall at noon, a child who has wandered in and stands near the door, watching everything with large, patient eyes. You have not been inside these walls in 2 years. The incense reaches you before the candles do, ancient, sweet, and underneath it the cold mineral breath of 8 centuries of stone. The smell of a building that has outlasted everything asked of it. The choir begins. Theotoki Parthene, chair, Mother of God, rejoice. The sound fills every surface and returns from every direction at once. Slow, enormous. Outside, the cannon is silent. For the first time in 53 days, it is silent. Your emperor moves through the crowd asking forgiveness. Man by man, he reaches you. His grip on your arm is firm. His hand is cold as the stone floor beneath your boots. One word, Avrio, tomorrow. He moves to the next man. You watch the purple move away through the candle alight. Something in the way he moves tells you, he is not asking forgiveness because he believes you will win. He is asking because he does not intend to survive. Level 7. The 2 waves. May 29, 1453, 1:30 a.m. No moon. The Bashi bazooks come first. Irregular soldiers. No armor. One instruction. Forward. They come in numbers you cannot count in the dark. They die in numbers. That should mean something. They keep coming. You kill 7 men you never see clearly. The man to your left catches something in the dark and stays upright. The man to his left doesn't. Then the drums change. Slower, older, the rhythm of 10,000 hours of practice. The Janissaries. Boys taken from Christian families. Raised inside the Ottoman system until they are it completely, body, purpose, name. When one falls, the next man fills the exact same space, automatically. Immediately, the way water finds level. You give ground, a foot, 3 feet. 53 days on this wall. 53 more minutes. You can do that. Then something changes to the north. A sound that is not fighting and not dying. The sound of men discovering something. You don't stop fighting to find out what. Level 8. The name you will carry. 3 a.m. Kirkoporta. A postern gate in the Blacherne section. Iron barred. Small. Unremarkable. A Genoese company went out through it hours ago. They came back. Someone, in the noise, in the dark, did not lock it. 50 Ottoman soldiers found it and walked through. By the time the shout reaches you, they're inside the city. Not at the wall. Inside. Already in your streets. A soldier runs past you on the rampart. You grab his arm. I pull us? He stops. His eyes are present and somewhere else at the same time. I pull us Elo. The city has fallen. You let go of his arm. You look down at the wall beneath your boots. 53 days. 1,200 patches. The cannon that fired 1.268 times and never brought this stone down. 8,000 men who did not break the chain. Still holding across the Golden Horn. One door. One man who forgot to turn a key. That is all it takes. That is all it has ever taken. Level 9. The man who chooses to live. 3:15 a.m. A crossbow bolt enters his right side. Between the armor plates. He has been hit before. He has continued before. He does not continue. He goes to your emperor and asks for the key to the inner gate. The gate that leads away from the fighting. Toward the harbor. Toward his ship. Your emperor looks at him. He gives him the key. The gate opens. He walks through it. He will reach his ship. He will sail to Chios. He will die there. 12 days later, of the wound. 300 men watched him walk toward every danger for 7 weeks. Now they watch him walk away from this one. You are one of them. You watch him go. You feel something you don't have a name for, not anger. Not surprise. Something colder than both. Then you turn back to the wall. It is the only thing left to do. Level 10. The man who chooses something else. Just before dawn. You see him from 40 feet away. He takes off the purple himself. Not ceremonially. The way a man removes a coat. In a room that is too warm. A practical motion. Decision already made. He holds it 1 second. It falls in the dust of the rampart. Under it. Plain armor. Dented. Used. He draws his sword. He says something too quiet to hear over the battle. You will hear it repeated. For the rest of your life. Each version slightly different. What every version agrees on. The city is fallen and I am still alive. Then he walks toward the breach. Not running. Not charging. Walking. The walk of a man executing a decision he finished making hours ago. The commander had the same wound. He chose his ship. This man chooses the breach. You have served this empire since you were 17. 53 days in your body. 3 hours of sleep. You follow him. Level 11. The morning after. May 29, 1453. You are alive. A street east of Blachernay. Smoke ahead. The fighting behind you. The bells of the city are swinging loose on their hinges, not rung. Not called. Just moving. From the vibration of the day. Empty metal on empty air. A child sits in a doorway. 5, maybe 6 years old, watching you with the full attention children give to things they have not yet learned to look away from. You have nothing. No water. No food. The sword still in your hand. You don't know when you decided to keep it. You sit down in the doorway beside the child. You wait. They will search for the emperor. They will not find him. Not today. Not ever. He walked into the breach. The breach closed. That was the end of it. End of him. End of the empire. In the harbor, the chain is still stretched across the mouth of the Golden Horn. 1,200 feet. 300 men. 3 days of your life you will never get back. Still anchored. Still taut. The fleet went over a mountain. The door was left unlocked. The chain never broke. It is still doing what you built it to do. Holding a line that no longer means anything. Across a harbor that belongs to someone else. In a city that ended this morning because one man forgot to lock one door. You lived this once. And now, your history.